Step 4, inputting additional vendors. Once you have completed all of the service category line items associated in Step 3, utilize the page selection menu on the left-hand side of the application to select Step 4, inputting additional vendors. Please note that this step is optional, and if you do not have any vendors or spend that was omitted from Step 3 vendor selection, you can proceed directly into Step 5. To input an additional vendor and utilize the new vendor input form, the first step is to select the associated site. To make this easier, you can utilize the selection text filter by typing in the first characters associated with the desired location, and the available selection menu will automatically filter based off of your input. Once you have selected a facility, it will ask that you input the service category associated with the vendor in question. Input the service category that best fits the desired vendor. Once that has been facilitated, it'll ask that you input the spend type associated with the vendor in question. Please note that this is an important category because per the Cure Dr. Pepper and Aramark Facilities contract, Aramark is obligated to provide 12.5% savings and on all fixed and variable spend with corresponding supporting documentation. Fixed spend is going to be spend associated with a service contract where there is a clearly defined scope of services provided for an agreed upon amount. Common examples of this include custodial, cleaning, landscaping and grounds, preventative maintenance, and pest control contracts. Variable spend is going to be spend associated with work that is requested on an as-needed basis. Common examples of this include plumbing, electrician work, painting, keys and locks. Supplies is going to be any supplies needed for facility-related expenditures. Projects are large spend amounts above and beyond the typical norm for facilities-related expenditures. This very frequently is closely related with capital spend. And other will be for any additional facilities-related spend that did not pertain to one of the categories above. You do have the option to select multiple categories. Next, it will ask you to input the name of the vendor. To do that, click into the selection menu, type the vendor's name, and then click enter. You can do the same, utilizing the same process for point of contact, phone number, and email. Enter in the corresponding contact information. Please note that those 3 data fields are optional. Once you have facilitated this, you can enter the estimated annual spend amount. And lastly, you will indicate whether there is any supporting documentation for fixed or variable spend. For fixed spend, this will frequently be a signed contract or service agreement. And for variable spend, this will commonly be an invoice detailing some unit costs. Common examples of unit costs will be hourly rates, service charges, trip charges, and percentage markups on goods and services. To indicate that you have supporting documentation, please click yes. Please note that if you do select yes, this will make uploading an attachment required. To facilitate this, you can click Browse Files and select the attachment on your computer. If you do not select yes, files will not be required. Once you have reviewed the information and its accuracy, you can select whether or not you would like to receive a copy of your response. You can do this by selecting the check mark next to send me a copy of my responses. Then click Submit. You'll receive a confirmation email similar to the following, detailing every data field and the entry you input. The form will automatically reload and can be utilized repeatedly as needed for however many vendors you need to add. Once you have completed this, utilize the selection menu again to select step 5.